They're a fun group to be around. They got a lot of youthful energy for sure.
It was a good time. Was having fun.
Anytime you got a lot of new guys getting on the road's a good thing. Early in the year, if you can get on the road with your group, it's important you get to spend a little more time together. You know, when we're here, even on home games, it's, you know, some guys have class on Fridays and you're maybe not together as much.
Being together like that, kind of doing different things, going to new places, that's a really big thing for growing as a team.
First road trip, getting excited and everything, but kind of all play our different roles. We all do what we need to do to get it packed and there on time.
You got to be kind of intentional with where you put stuff, but as long as it all fits in at the end of the day, it's totally fine.
Minutes of shooting before. I kind of just like warms you up for the day, but also like, I don't know, I feel like I've always done this my entire career, so I feel like I just keep doing the same thing, don't switch it up.
I really like to see these guys fueling consistently and frequently throughout the day. They don't want to have these large gaps, and sometimes travel can cause that, so we try to make sure that we're filling those gaps with high quality nutrition and good options for them. Things that are portable, easy on the stomach, digest easy. So it's really, really important. I mean, these guys, even though they're traveling today, they're still going to be practicing later on, and they're still needing that fuel. So they're still hungry. We've got water and Gatorade in here from a hydration standpoint. You know, anytime the guys are traveling, dehydration can be a little bit more common. They just, again, have breaks in what their normal routine is, so may not consume as much fluid. So we've got that in there, and then we've got a toasted sub for them. So give them some protein, some carbs. It's portable, handheld, so it makes it easy for them. Just something nice to kind of tie them over until they get to the hotel. This one for you. So I haven't filled those ones yet.
What's in here?
Strawberry banana smoothie.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
I grew up in Peterborough, Ontario. I was born there, fell in love with the game of hockey there.
I grew up in Chicago, Illinois, and I ended up going the prep school path. I went to Shattuck St. Mary's for 4 years. I loved it there.
I grew up in British Columbia, Canada, small town, Prince George, northern BC, and I played there my whole life.
I started in the USHL, went down to the NA to Minot, played a year there, and then I made my way back up to the USHL.
So I grew up in Minnesota, played high school hockey growing up, and then I played juniors in Waterloo, Iowa.
I got drafted to the Minnesota Tigers in 2021, and then played 3 years there. And I had a blast there playing for Willie and the Tigers. It was a great junior town and everything.
My dad played, so he kind of got me and my little sister into it. And they built a backyard rink behind my house, and I remember skating there since I was the age of 2, and then just continued to keep on playing.
My dad played here, so he'd always been a Spartan and always really wanted to come here. So I was super excited when they reached out and showed interest in me. So it was kind of a no-brainer.
I ended up being able to go play with the national team and Coach Nightingale for a couple games my first year. So I built a little bit of a relationship with him then, and then my second year ended up committing here like halfway through the year.
The biggest thing was the coaching staff and the development here with Will and the way we do things, the way we compete in practice. It's all about developing and getting to that next level.
It's been awesome. Like I don't think there's a better spot in the country for players to come and develop. The way we just approach every single day, like practice in the weight room, our days off, our recovery, like everything we do here is a different level, and I think that it gets us all ready for where we want to be eventually, which is the NHL and pro hockey.
You got the great coaches, the trainers, the facilities, and I think even our practices have been unbelievable. I wanted to go to a place where we practice our best every day, and this is what we do here at Michigan State.
We got a culture here that, when we go out on the ice, we're going to give it our all, and, we're just going to continue to get better. The group's been very welcoming, and, we got a really tight-knit bond in there.
It starts with our recruiting and Adam Nightingale, finding the right players. I think that everyone here is such a great person. I noticed that from the day I got here, and everyone was so welcoming, so it's pretty easy for us to get along.
Talks while sleeping.
We spend a ton of time with each other, and we're here in the summer, so I think that definitely helps the transition for guys. Like we're here starting in July, so I think that guys can kind of get integrated with our culture and what we do here pretty quickly.
Something Nighty says is always like perfect your craft, so it's all about just getting better. It's not necessarily just trying to win the next game or win the next weekend. Like we're trying to get better players, better team every single day.
Practice, obviously a lot of talk, but I think a lot of it is like away from the rink and just getting closer with the guys. We obviously spend a lot of time here at the rink, but I think we've been pretty fortunate to have a really tight-knit group this year and spend a lot of time away from the rink with each other, going to dinners, hanging out, watching football games and stuff like that. So just kind of like blending every personality together, I think is ultimately going to help us, be the best team on the ice. And then obviously in practice, just pushing each other, making sure everyone's still confident out there and just kind of buying into wherever you are on the team, just, buying into that role and truly believing that, you can help this team win.
We'll get on the bird on Thursday, and it will just be the group together and have a good practice there, and you get to spend a ton of time together. And I think, learning how to play in tough environments and learning, to stay disciplined to play and winning hockey, trying to control a game, which isn't easy to do on the road, especially at a tough building to play in at BU. So this is be an awesome test for our group.
A non-conference game, we get to play the best of the best. That's what we want to do.
It's time for hockey, and this one's a big one, folks. You've got number 3 Michigan State on the road, taking on the nation's number 1 team, Boston University. Back up top to Basgel. He'll fire. Shot. Goal!
It was a good weekend for our team. Obviously you're going out there playing a really good opponent. First time on the road with our group, and I thought, Friday we got to our game right off the bat, and we're able to stay with it. And, it doesn't always go in the net for you. It's fortunate we were able to score early, and I thought we did a lot of good things in that game. And then, the next night was a big time opportunity. You knew they were going to be better and sharper, and they definitely were. And I thought we did really good stuff in that game. We had a 2-goal lead there in the third, and obviously we give up the shorty, and they score late, and the building really got loud. And great experience for our guys to play in that type of atmosphere. And then overtime was pretty exciting hockey there, right? And even if you go back on the clip, it's not just we had a 2-on-0, we didn't score. They come down on a 2-on-1. Shane makes a great play. We go north, and a big-time execution by Riker to get it to Bazzi. So that was a good weekend, good for our team. And I thought we were better from the New Hampshire weekend to the BU weekend, and now the goal is the same. It's not how you are now. It's about getting better.
We have no goal down there. That is a good goal for Michigan State.
It was a good weekend, but we also know we still got a lot to work on.
We're just here giving candy to special needs kids that maybe couldn't go around a house and stuff like that, so we're here. So our whole team's here, and then a bunch of other athletes too here, just giving them candy, just give them a little nice trick-or-treat day on a nice Sunday here.
What's up, Spider-Man? How we doing?
Hello. Thank you.
Doing something like this is just so fulfilling in order to just get smiles on kids' faces, you know, just creating a positive impact on their lives, a memory they can look back on and enjoy.
It's important to give back to the community. They help us out a lot here, I think, supporting us at our games and stuff, so it's always nice to give back.
Happy Halloween.
The fact that the MSU athletes devote some of their time to come out and give candy to our participants is just amazing. It's an amazing experience for everybody all the way around.
Happy Halloween. Here you are.